disturbing chords like they are spamming here, you can safely assume this monster is some kind of particularly dangerous monster. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc, I'm a music composer for games, and today I'm finally doing something that has been requested here in the channel for ages. We're going to listen to and talk about a theme from Monster Hunter Frontier. I bet you thought I would never do it, right? It's the theme from Disufiroa from Monster Hunter Frontier. I know a little bit about Frontier, but I've never played it, I've never heard their music, so let's go. Oh wow, spreading test, is this really the start? Oh wow, that's the start. It starts very intense. So a ton of percussion. Oh, the brass right now. Okay, so a ton of percussion right from the start, a lot of impact, a lot of intensity. It certainly feels like they're trying to set this guy up as a significant Elder Dragon. At least I think it's an Elder Dragon. Sounds like an Elder Dragon theme to me for the kind of disturbing chords that they're putting in. And also a lot of guitars. Did you guys hear that? In that sense, it reminds me from the Zinogre theme and from the Astolos theme. And also makes me think that this guy maybe is an electric monster, because they usually use electric instruments on electric monsters, but it might not be, it's just a guess. The trumpets. See, this kind of chord here. This is the kind of chord that they love to use in Elder Dragon themes. It sounds like Fatalis, right? It sounds like Sharish Valda, these kind of very scary guys. Very intimidating, very disturbing. It's building up to something. Guitars in this. Oh, amazing, very heroic chords, but in general, I'm finding this very modern and electronic, and I think one of the main features of Monster Hunter music is their skill in creating very classical sounding orchestras, right? I've talked about this in the past here in the channel, about the Hollywood style and the classical style. Monster Hunter has always been more towards the classical style. There's very classically sounding orchestrations. This is the opposite. This is very modern, very electronic. It sounds very Hollywood-like. So again, it might be because the electronic elements might be because he's an electric monster, which I'm not sure he is, but it might be saying something else about this monster, something unique about this monster, because this is very unusual for Monster Hunter music. But then again, I also haven't heard a lot of Frontier music, so maybe all Frontier music is more like this, more electronic. The choirs. Oh. See, this sounds so much like Fatalis, right? Very disturbing, very Black Dragon kind of thing. Oh. Remember at the beginning of the video where I said I thought this guy was an Elder Dragon because of the kind of chords that they are using? This part here is just a classic example of the kind of chord that I'm talking about. So this... So these two chords, they're actually the same chord. These are very, very disturbing chords that they usually reserve for very dangerous monsters, usually Elder Dragons. It's not completely exclusive to Elder Dragons, like they use it in Devil Joe's theme as well. But when they keep spamming these kind of disturbing chords like they are spamming here, you can safely assume this monster is something special, some kind of particularly dangerous monster, like a black dragon, an elder dragon, or something like that. So that was the first phase. Now it's time for the second phase. Let's go. See how electronic it is? Oh. These whispers are creepy. It's a different... It feels different now. It feels creepier. Okay. The guitars are still here. Oh, beautiful. Oh, the harmony is beautiful in this part. This part. Oh. So, pay attention especially to these two last chords here. There's such a sense of finality to this. This is called the resolution. It means that it's a tense chord followed by a relaxing chord. So it creates a kind of finale sensation to it, like this is the end, this is it. And this is probably not the final boss of the game, right? I don't even know if Frontier has something equivalent to a final boss, but this kind of sensation of finality is appropriate to a fight like this, which I assume that is an important fight and a difficult fight. Strange rhythm. What is this? Oh wow, the rhythm changed here. I was having a hard time figuring out because of all the stuff going on, but it's actually pretty simple. It's just a 6-beat measure. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there's so much stuff going on that it sounds way more complicated than that. Whoa. Oh. Again, they use that. Whoa. I was just gonna say that again, they're using and emphasizing that Elder Dragon chord that I talked about before, so things are getting serious. And this is not a very melodic track, right? It's more of an atmospheric thing. And damn it, the guitar is going crazy on the right speaker. And the whispers again. Okay, now it's phase 3, which is the last one. Let's go. Okay, still very electronic. Can you hear the synth, the rhythmic synth on the left speaker? A lot of impact. Guitar still. Oh. It's the same melody from the second phase, but now it's there's so much impact to it this time. And again, the sense of finality. This I think this is more of a re-instrumentation of the second phase, it feels like, because it feels like a one-to-one composition-wise. It feels like the same composition of phase 2, but with more intensity, more percussion. And I gotta say, I'm still blown away by how modern and electronic this sounds. In regular Monster Hunter, the most modern, and when I say modern, I don't mean just using, you know, electronic instruments and using synths in a sense of instrumentation. I mean the actual composition. There's a much more modern style of composition here in Disufiroa. And in regular Monster Hunter, as I was saying, the most modern it got was maybe Brachydios has some modern parts in it, but stuff like Alatreon sounds very Hollywood-like. And if you remember in my Alatreon video, I talked about, you know, the Hollywood style and the classical style and how Alatreon sounds very modern. But this is unprecedented, for me at least, in terms of how modern and Hollywood-like it sounds. If you like Monster Hunter, you're probably excited for Sunbreak, right? I'm excited as well. I'm gonna do a ton of videos on Sunbreak. Make sure you're caught up with my Monster Hunter Rise reaction video playlist while we wait for Sunbreak. And over here, I'm gonna put my playlist on reactions to Monster Hunter World music if you prefer that. But remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.